Oh, that's not very good. We start off with a trying to reconnect message. Well, hopefully I'm now going live and hopefully you can hear me. So I want to say welcome to this Light Language Eclipse event, and well, let's see where it takes us. It feels like so long since I've come on here and done one of these, and I think it has been, but it's also been quite a journey. There's been a lot happening recently, and I'm sure you felt that too. Ever since, well, let's face it, ever since New Year, the January New Year, it's been intense. Every year we sort of walk in to another year and we go, this year's going to be easier, this year's going to be better, this year's going to be more light-filled than previous years. And let's face it, every year just comes in with its own challenges and pushes us, really pushes us. And it's the same this year. It's been a challenge. And since the eclipse, not the eclipse, since the equinox back in March, which feels like it's months ago, but it isn't. But since then, it's been a very challenging time for so many. They said that the equinox was going to be really the start of the new year, and well, yes, it is. But I think we have many starts to years. I don't think there's just one. I think our new year can begin whenever we choose it to be. There is no set date that we have to adhere to. The universe doesn't adhere to set dates and say, right, 1st of January, this is it, this is now the beginning of your year. It's up to us. It's down to us. We can decide what is a new year. We can decide when a new door opens and an old one closes. We can make that choice for ourselves whenever it is that we want. And we can do it every day. We can do it several times a day. We can close the door and say what has just passed is now done, it's gone, and I'm going to start again. We have that freedom. And now here we are at this incredible eclipse energy. This has to be one of the most potent eclipses I think I have experienced in a long time. And I don't know about you, but it's exhausting. It's absolutely crushingly exhausting. And some people are just feeling very joyful with it and very positive, and others, such as me, are just feeling the absolute exhaustion, and that's okay. You have to know it really is okay to feel as you do with the eclipse energy. They're incredibly intense, and this one is so based on new beginnings, so based on us starting again, putting aside whatever it was. And ever since 2020, really, ever since that moment, we have been asked to let go of our old selves, asked to let go of who we think we are, who we thought we are. And it's very easy for us to say, oh, that's fine, I can just, forget my past. But we can't. It's not that easy. As anyone who has been through a transformational process will tell you, it's really not that easy just to go, well, my past is done, it's over, and I'm now stepping into the future me. Because the past is intimately tied in. Every time we look in the mirror, we see perhaps who we were. Every thought we have, it resonates back in time. Every relationship, it has memories all tied back to the past. And we can't just write that off. We can't just rip it off like a plaster and say, well, there you go, my past is done. Likewise, the vision that we have of ourselves, the vision that we had of ourselves a long time ago that says this is the kind of person that I'm going to be in the year 2024. That is another blockage that we have, because we never really grow into our expectations. because we have no idea really what the future holds. And this is the thing, we don't know where we're going. I said this today to someone. We have absolutely no idea where we're going, but what we do know is that we are going forward. We do know that there is a future. And it's coming. Well, it's here, whether we like it or not. And the path that we're on, it's not going to go away. You know, this path to ascension, this waking up, this questioning, this drive to find something better for ourselves. It's incredibly powerful. It's like a survival instinct. It's this force within us that is tied in with all this universal energy that says there's something better there. There's got to be something better for us. You know, people are feeling sick of the corruption, the lies, and also feeling that they've had enough of being judged for who they are. You know, there was somebody asked on a Facebook post recently, and they said, what was the greatest lie we've ever been told? And for me, the greatest lie we've ever been told is that we are powerless, that other people need to run our lives, that other people need to be in charge of who we are, that we can't look after ourselves, that we are weak and hopeless. This is the greatest lie for me. It's that we have been placed into a box and told this is who you are and this is all you are, this is all that you will ever be. We don't know what we can be, but it's one hell of a lot more than we've ever been told that we are. You know, we are the most extraordinary, powerful beings of light with divine hearts, with, you know, we are a vessel that carries love. And yet we've been told that we are sinful and weak and corrupted. That's all lies. And so we need to throw off not just our stuff. In order to have a new beginning, it's not just about us taking off the cloak that we carry individually, but we also have to take off the burden, the cloak that is carried throughout humanity. You know, these rules that humanity has about who we are, how we behave, who we're expected to be. These are not just carried in individuals now, but this has come through generations. It's come through hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years. I don't know how long humans have been here for, but you know, these beliefs that we have about how small we are, how pathetic, how weak. This is a multi-generational belief. It is something that is so ingrained within ourselves, so deeply embedded in who we are and how we see the world and how we see ourselves. This is a huge amount of stuff to break through, to wash away from ourselves so that we can actually see who we are. You know, when we look in the mirror, we don't see us, we don't see the real self. What we see is an image filtered through all the bollocks that we have been told about who we are. You know, the idea that beauty is, I don't know, a short blonde, and therefore if we look at ourselves and we're not that, then what we see is ugliness because we're not matching the current aesthetic beauty standards of that moment. And this could be in anything. You look at yourself and you think, well, I'm 55 years old and I should be in a particular position right now. I'm supposed to be, you know, at this amazing position in the company, and you're not. And you turn around and you go, well, therefore, what's wrong with me? You see, everything is filtered by somebody else's expectations. And we are burdened by that. So hugely burdened by this idea of who we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be. And we've got to let all that go as well. And that involves being that individual who stands up, possibly being the only one in the family, possibly being the only one in your school, in your company, that actually stands up and questions and says, hang on a sec, why? Why does this image have to be real? What if there's something else? What if I can be something else? And people have always done it. And what did we do with them? We called them crazy. We said, well, if you're not conforming, if you're not fitting in with society, therefore you are wrong, you are broken, you are crazy, and we need to lock you up, put you in a straitjacket, give you some medication. Anything to keep the person in line, to keep them easy to handle, you know, so they don't disturb society, so the disease of madness doesn't spread. And we still do it to each other. You know, just look back a few years ago, we are still standing up and saying that if somebody wants to think differently, wants to be different, wants to be true to themselves, we are still calling them out. We're still tormenting them, being cruel. Just because somebody wants to stand up and be themselves, to express their individuality, to live their truth. Still, we are turning around and saying, no, that's wrong. And this is 2024. How can that be? So, you know, there is so much that we have to throw off, so much that needs a new beginning. So much that needs to be cast aside. And it doesn't all happen in once. You know, a lot of people say, oh, this ascension journey, can't we just, you know, wake people up like that and say, hey, we're done, that's it. You know, we can't, because it'll be a nervous system overload. Oh, good evening. Thank you for joining me. You know, we can't put people into a position where their energy systems are so overloaded that they collapse. So it's a gradual awakening. It's a gradual stepping into who we are, stepping into our truth. And it has to be, because we need people protected. We can't have people just falling apart. So hence every year we come on here and we say, hey, it's the spring eclipse. And every year we say, and this is about new beginnings. Because as I said at the beginning, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. There's always an opportunity to begin again. You just make the choice and say, well, this is it. This is my new beginning. Every morning you wake up and you say, hey, this is a new day. This is a new beginning. And you cast aside what happened yesterday. You make peace with it. You become one with all that you are. And this is how we step forward. It's bit by bit. It's one step at a time. It's not, as I say, it's not throwing ourselves off a cliff. So this is another opportunity to begin again. Another opportunity to take another step forward into who we are, into who we would like to be. And we kind of know, people say, oh, how do I know who I want to be? It's really simple. It's in your heart. Now, I wrote down recently, let me get it right, it was something like, if I do the things that light me up, then I am lighting up the world. So it's all about just following your heart. And if you find something that brings you immense joy and makes you feel alive and valued and special, then that's what you're supposed to be doing. And your energy change, your raising vibration, it's going to then affect other people. So this is all we have to do. This is our purpose, is just to keep following our heart and speaking from our heart. You know, I look back and I think, you know, in my early 20s, you know, I was having this discussion today. I was so sort of open, and I just say whatever, you know, whatever came to mind. And, you know, it shocked some people. They'd be like, you know, you can't say that, you can't behave that way. And so gradually you learn that you have to fit in with society. And, you know, through my 30s and my 40s, I thought I've got to be this professional person, and I've got to be, you know, seen as this, not a guru, but, you know, this wise person. But by doing so, I lost some of me. I lost some of that wildness, some of that passion for who I am, for life, for what I came here to do. But now I'm beginning again. and I'm saying, I want to go back to that wild person. Well, not back, I want to bring her back in, you know. But it's about just having that freedom to express yourself, that freedom to just completely and utterly be you, and just open your mouth and see what comes out. And if you are allowing your heart to speak, it's never going to be bad. It's always going to be beneficial. And people may like it or they may not like it, but that's down to them. But this idea that we must censor ourselves, that we must hold back, that again is a massive societal expectation, because if we say the wrong thing, we get thrown out of society, and if we're thrown out of society, then we're alone, and then we're at risk, and blah, 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 on it goes. Why can't we just be ourselves? Why can't we just be true? Why can't we just let ourselves speak as we wish to speak? Why can't we connect with people in the way that we long to connect with them? Why do we have to have all these rules? We don't. It's just what someone else has put in place for us. So here we are, as I said, we are beginning again. We are stepping into another opportunity to embrace more of who we are. And this is the year of the dragon. I don't know whether you've noticed, but there are dragons everywhere. When you just sit in meditation, they turn up and go, hello. And they're powerful. You know, they can clear away negative energy. They can open us up. They can take us on fantastic and magical journeys. They can do so much. They can empower. And all you need to do is just invite these dragons in, and they will take you on a journey. They will show you what you need to see, and they will bring a passion into your heart that perhaps has been lacking. Now, again, this idea that as we get older, we lose our passion for life, we lose excitement. Again, someone else's rules. Just beginning again. It's not just about giving ourselves the freedom to say as we wish and so on, be as we wish. It's also about the freedom to step away from the rules of how we age, of who we are as we age, of what kind of diseases we get. Everything that we have in place about our health, about our mental, emotional health, it's a rule from somebody else. This is what happens as you get older. This is what happens excuse me, as you age. Because your parents had these diseases, therefore you are going to get them. They're rules. They're just rules that someone somewhere has given us in order to put them into a place of authority and to weaken us. That's all it is. So what happens if there are no rules? What would happen if you threw away every single rule that you have ever placed into your life, and you were free to right now go and do whatever it was that you wanted to do, without fear, without worry of judgment, without an idea that someone's going to come round and tell you that you're a bad person? Or what happens? Who do you become? What do you go and do? It's quite daunting, because we've never really asked ourselves that. We've never said, who am I without rules? Who am I if I gave myself ultimate freedom? But we need to ask that. And yeah, it can be scary, because you suddenly go, oh gosh, I'd go and jump on a plane to somewhere, or I'd you know, walk out of this relationship, you know, whatever people want to do. And people are really scared of that. They're scared of the repercussions. They're scared of how life would change. But we're being asked right now to change our lives, to let go of what was, and to simply allow ourselves to walk the journey going forward. As I say, we don't know where it's going. We just know that the journey we're on is going. Where we end up, well, peace, love, joy. That's where we'll end up. But how we get there, who knows? And so we just have to relax and ride the wave and enjoy the journey, and allow ourselves more and more freedom to just be ourselves, to do what we want. And every time we create something in life. You know, we hide it away and we kind of go, I can't show that because it's not as good as so-and-so. I'm clearly not as talented as so-and-so. It doesn't matter. If you're creating something from your energy, from your love, from your heart, from your passion, from your excitement, it's worthy. That's all that matters. We don't need to be experts. We're not even experts at being ourselves. That's why we have all these opportunities for new beginnings, because we're learning to be ourselves. You know, we're quite bad actors sometimes, and we don't know who we are. So we need these opportunities, these moments to uncover a little bit more of ourselves, to find out a little bit more of our truth. And that's what these eclipses are. They're opportunities for us to find out a little bit more about ourselves. And then to love that person. And to recognise that we're not going to become fully formed, fully fledged in an instant. It's a journey. And opportunity after opportunity arises for us to become more of who we are. And here's another opportunity. So, enough wobbling, enough wibbling, and looked at some cards. And I looked at the cards from the Gateway of Light activation. I liked cards. I was hoping I had some dragon cards, but I haven't. Must remedy that. And the first card that came up is this one, Akashic Stargate. And as you can see, it says, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. And that is the thing that has come up repeatedly for me today, no wrong paths. It doesn't actually matter which route we go, because all routes are going forward. All the roads are going to the same place. And it's like trying to, swim against a tide. You just can't do it. You can fight, you can struggle, you can say, I don't want to go forwards. But the tide is too strong. The energy wave is too powerful. You will be going forwards. So you may as well just relax and enjoy it. Or relax and try not to panic, as is the case sometimes. But there are no wrong paths now. We are aligned and everything is going forward. We've come through so many gates, so many doorways, and all of them are shut. And that's the only part, that's the only direction. But there are many paths to get there. So don't worry if you suddenly think, oh, I shouldn't have done that, that's the wrong path. Everything serves a purpose. Every route has some opportunities to learn, to uncover. And what you need to uncover, what you need to learn, that will come to you. It will always come to you, whether it happened today or it happens next week. You will always be in that opportunity to learn what you need to learn. I'm sure we can sit and say, oh, damn it, I wish that I had done it earlier. But it doesn't matter. When it happens, it happens. And that's all that matters. So don't fuss about the fact that you think you've taken a wrong turn. You haven't. You've just taken a turn, and there'll be another turn and another crossroads and another opportunity. It will all come round again. You don't need to worry and stress that you've missed an opportunity, because you haven't. Never. Then we have a lovely card called Angelic Frequency. Okay, and this very simply tells us, angels are here, you are safe. Potent connection. And I love that phrase, you are safe, because when our house is crumbling around us, which is effectively what is happening across the world, the systems, the structures, the governments, the authorities, everything around the world is beginning to crumble. And we place so much faith, so much stock in the systems that have governed us for so long. Well, just saying that, it sounds dumb. We have had people govern us. Odd. But we've put a lot of faith in that. and thought that these systems would keep us safe, that they would protect us. But they're just made by man. And anything that is made by man and based on power, on greed, on corruption, it's never going to last. And when the angels say to us, trust in the energy, trust in us, trust in the universe, trust in your mother and father, universal energies, we know that's real. That's something that's never going to crumble. That's something that is always going to be there to support us, to keep us safe. So when things around seem to be falling apart, always know that you can put your faith, that you can rest comfortably in the arms of the universe, and it will never let us down. Ever. It will always be there. And yeah, sure, sometimes it's hard to place that much trust in them because we're used to seeing something physical in front of us. You know, we're used to having something that is tangible, that we can really get hold of. And they say, trust in the energy. It'll be okay. Just flow with it. And we're sort of sitting there thinking, what? What the hell are you talking about? It can be really daunting. It can be really scary. But it's there, and we have to remember that we are energy. We are made of exactly the same energy as all the universe. And all we're doing is kind of, well, we're lying in our own energy. We're feeling safe in who we are. And that's a beautiful thing. And then the third card is this one, Star Gathering. I love this card. I think it's the colours, reminds me of home. Stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. And this to me says about how we are aligning not just with the stars, but with our star family here. We are coming together in groups. We are gathering our soul family around us, the ones who resonate with us. And it is by coming together here that we build these lovely communities. You know, I've got them shouting again, yay, this is it. It's about finding our place here and the people who will support us in what we wish to do going forward. There are always people who will support us, and sadly there'll often be people who don't support us. But when you find your tribe, when you find that one person, that several people, it doesn't matter. Life changes. You then have a communication that is solid. You have someone with whom you can share, really share, and you build each other up. And as people are beginning to remember who they are, to uncover who they are, to remember their light, their purpose, the reason they came here. As they do that, they also remember you. They remember sharing a soul journey with you. They remember being there with you in the past. They remember the connection. They remember the love. And then we find each other. Find that place of safety where our souls gather and where we find peace. So this is coming, and the more you can throw off the old, the more you can let go of the ideas of who you're supposed to be, the more you can throw off the rules of engagement. You know, the more you can get rid of all of that, the quicker you find your soul tribe, the easier it becomes to connect with those people who you have shared lifetimes with, because you resonate on that vibration, like a bell ringing. You ring that bell, and those who need to hear it will hear it and will come. So that's what's coming. Our soul groups, our tribes, to help us become more and more of who we are. And then we stand on each other's shoulders and we rise ever higher. Now I can feel dragons. They're here and they want to talk. That's fine, they can. So you're going to sit back, relax, and you're going to call in the dragons to be with you as well. Big dragons, little dragons, playful, fiery. Let them be there. Let them come. Don't be shy. Just open up. For they're real. Janai moranda orquizia. Jikusima norotajna kias. Zundurnska baroindige mora danzia. Jukurinska zeti media morat sim. Jainge. Nyamoran dorjisi. Nyamikoratisi. Giamora. Gianyasi or matoki ora. Janyaimsi. Jundiamora da se yakoranda kasi. Amieturasna. Marindu tu marashi. Ni wurin basse. Andiamuratashi. Ni murindu kuewa. Kimsana maratama. Aiskioran durajne. Midjuma. Nimhera matira. Taruda nora. Jinuish. Haisimara. Tanakora matakuya. Jinjuan hashe. Jinara. He muhando kuruzkioranda. Jimuyato murajnora. Si jatarasi. Shinkwa miatunia share magia. Na misundar mora yitu kubragondia jukura masi. Anya reodir. Arondar jitu dem. Ni morund sukudar konumarakiona karajisi. Shindoran tau haru maratasi. Jayin kasia. Manjinu kurmashi. Shukura kabatashisa. Yinya baratumarato. Esi. Muan korandas. Ikura pakiara kotakishkaisha. Manjim muta murahirati. Ayimuratan jitikumurkawaisha. Anihasi murana nakurkiora. Ayimiatia. Media murpatura sinksashikua. Nyaoran sitia. Chima purandikishua kyo. Uja mati. Chundejna mo shindikosia. Metimoturnejia. Shinguiwa kioram. Matermora do zitia. Mayindiora. Bukurishiko. Kukoajima wa ieme. Animare dono bayarosi. Kayibut kasia. Kayimartash neshia. Kuiska magia. Kuiskam ochandi batatishmura da bajnara. Jisi joran skiatke. Shinjaya moran that is hiatisia. Hamaranda de kiwa jikuasi kokaya. Marimbedija. Marabatinjkasi. Hawichu ultimate wasia. Maiedia marakorabari kiwa share tasi. Shungwaja kianskiaski madomokajora kajniasi. Ashimara patachio. Honkajibo sakayandu korabajia. Me oran tozi tura majara patakioji nuashi masimarata chikiwimo. Ayema siera tasi. Ai meu orant kasi. Mas embora taza tarakio kormujishmo si. Ni mahezia. Ni mahaya masia. Ni mahayo to krupojino. Si mahueti tutun ke warishku si. Mai baramra rora diarasi. Chundara mapaye kerakiora tatajna vai. Morando herasi. Hamiata goa. Ni marujisi. Ni matisi. Mamara parta dehaji. Me onna haradarjisi. Kimurada. Shana arajia. Maridijkura matasumo surandasi. Hai miesi Hamiesi marador sisima korakadokua awitisi. Murba oranda jaizia muradasi. Muramborati kiyanyara kiyera kanya haishimaradajisi shuaranda parashi shimwaranda kiyora. More zip burbatatu zimborwara borokor kiwashi. Ni moyada, juni wara dejiksi wa korpatisha, shimba kura ki kumbara jura senda, aishissima para rotora, agisse para dorora, agisse margoa que eu torcuji, chutu cuja que baramana para tarajutashi, shunga rossi, shungaro batedor merja, si jimaro, huyetkur, ati para ko kimbasi, haye bara. Nishodata, nishmor porci shimar badorjishikor, shamara, si ziba, si uharandazi, ayakosi, metere, bejuburmushi si swara, ayia, murabarota, ardeji kujukusum barabaditira magia, mimania marbadonashi. Aiske dukur masu, aijit grund karakisi, kururunda prashikas, what a titar by Shima, Aizasa, Maya, Muramba orandazi, Aji hosia, Marandondar, si, Kormatukuji, Sijuara, Shimbasi, Aparokorokaija, Shunara, Musara de Briske. We have to learn to let go of everything. It's like the dragon, the lizard shedding its skin. It doesn't just happen once because it keeps growing. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so every time we go through another growth spurt, there's another layer of our skin. And at times, yes, we feel vulnerable once that has gone. We think, well, now I'm just open to the elements. But we have to go through this because it allows us to expand. And we are in a process of expansion. We are growing into our original patterning, into our original DNA patterning, the process of becoming our truth, this capability, this possibility loaded within our DNA that is there, that is untapped. And we don't know what happens when each part of our DNA is awoken, is opened up. What happens? We don't know because we've never done it. And so this is the process. It is one by one. We are stripping away the old restrictions, the old rules, and we are opening up the next stage of our awakening, the next stage of our growth, becoming, awakening the DNA, awakening our star beingness. We look only at the DNA of Earth. But there is so much else to us. We carry within us the memories, the energy of the stars, of our creation, of the actual essence of the universe. This is carried within us. And every time we go through these portals, we are aligning ourselves more and more with the truth of who we actually are, of our divine, universal self. This is another opportunity. Kim Kuizia, Asia, Masa, Yarto, Maiji de Meshia, Jinchuarandata Semia, Kaiskeba, Jamora Darnuki, Unjamara, Erendi Jimasia, Yaisiko Kamaro Tatash, Hima Shinya Shoera. Neuranta tseki wana mataramu kaija beyond dasi Maria dorana kuishi kimugandi kar kati orurkia zo kamorada jiwa ishizanya matarama amara datasi shandadazi monanadazi ai kumoziki an moratarcha sunjara mateshi kayanska morakadaji kajoaranda tajin kaja shinkiyamo shakara zakaradeisha kamushikara kashukazakarata kishi shawarandar najije Ayinda, Yinko, Mora Kadia, good Kamarajne Kessi, Jamaya Take, Namisu, the Honka Kamara Kadake, Shgojo, Kosh, Komia, Tormojana Kawashki, Nya zidur na bara kija kosimada. Ayenza kasi. Ma yenza kasi mo korakora. Anji kizien kora de kabashika. Ayikabo. Ma yukobra. Okar kishe. Japu koachkio. Jamja kashikusa. Kanji budorka. Mutia. Mubano o taro morodora. Ayigu kamasi. Ayaka makia korakata. I Zika maragana yodo karakajoko, Aikamakasi, Anjanya modara, Anjamo, Ikai skora danakayashko, Indigamo, O handa parashi, Nimozak, Oranda Jniama, Anjamataji, Kurikochkuyankua, Anjam, Hindiara matabaji. Amigurn kasi, Onga mokarata kishi, Simbu Aikora tasa, Mawanda, Parapodoria kasi. Ni morando ai che messi, ma io darmo a mia hundiaro, corre qualcuno ma è giunto, per cui jessi, scindia, ma giundora e un marondo tesci, a yem hiaco, muhandian mate, a mia su cuati. Kuati come lo corrige, ni mare, unde si già moranda, per cui si ora, o yende casi, mi orantasi. Marimu arara paria, jinja altera tocishi, jandiassime, temurakaja. Moramboda, aeratisi, ni mora, ni handgora, pas kuyendu di amarajashi, chassi shu, arambeti, amoratatashi. Muhanji murskivaraki, ayemo. We are being activated to open up these other aspects of ourselves. Urambawranda shi shunga aiji shunga ijima aishi dora tasi miatumoranda I horando I cozia maradonania mura de pishkupa I arantasi mur haise sia marantasi morantasi korantasi kuerma tokorechishi shundaisna media mora aisia Maya moranda che shikoja, morandasi, che aradasi, njamoratasi, shimara, ayatebe, noda, morandatasi. The other thing that we sometimes go through is, even in the spiritual world, we feel that we must compete with each other. We feel that we must be more than who we are. We feel that who we are is not good enough. And this is another layer that must be removed. We've been taught to compete even with those that we love. We've been taught to compete with our soul group, with our, with those who support us. And we don't need to be better than somebody else. We just need to be ourselves. This is how we help the world. This is how we step forward into who we really are, is just by being ourselves. And every day we will have a new beginning, and we will open up and become more enlightened, aware of who we are. And that is perfection. That's all we need to do. But when we think we need to be better than someone else, be equal to, when we question our own divine nature and say, am I enough? Then we block ourselves from really recognizing who we are and becoming who we are. Just remember that in every moment you are exactly who you need to be, and you are exactly who the universe needs you to be. You may not see your role. You may not see the effect that you are having upon this world and upon other people. But you are having an effect, and you are having exactly the effect that you need to have. It's like a programming. We have been programmed to come here and carry out specific tasks to have specific purposes. And bit by bit, we are opening up another part of our programming until eventually the whole program will be running, not just for others, but for ourselves, for our own divine selves. So this is the message of the dragons. This is the message of this eclipse. It is uncovering more of yourself. As the darkness covered the sun, we said goodbye to the old. And as the moon moved away, or the sun moved away, or we moved up, I don't know which, then the sun comes out, but it's not the same sun who disappeared behind the moon. It's a new sun. It's been on a journey, and we have been on a journey with it. So as we come out, we are a new sun. We are a new soul, a new heart, a new light. Perfection, always, in who you are in every moment. It's all you need to be. You. It's why you came. You didn't come to be someone else. You came to be you. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. I've loved being here with you again. It's wonderful. And I hope you will join me again. I look forward to it so much. And in the meantime, I hope that the anxiety passes, the tiredness goes, the whatever it is that you're experiencing as we go through this eclipse. And I look forward so much to seeing you here again. It's been too long. And I send you many, many light blessings. See you soon. Bye-bye.